In this video, we're going to be showing you how we optimize Amazon PPC campaigns in 2024. Let's go. So we have three particular methods we use for Amazon PPC optimization. But before we get into that, don't forget to subscribe. We make Amazon PPC content every week, so you don't want to miss out on what's up and coming and what we've uploaded before. Of the three things we're going to be sharing with you today, all of them are absolutely essential. And we find when we take on new brands, there's always one of these things that they're not doing, and it's an easy win for us to get that sorted and get that TAC cost down. So if you aren't doing any of these things, we'd recommend you get on it pretty quickly. We're going to share with you step by step how to do it, how to analyze it all properly. Firstly, we want to be looking at your actual campaign structure. And we have a really easy to use structure that we can share with you. At the end of this video, we have a QR code. You'll be able to scan it and get a copy. So what you want to be doing is utilizing a portfolio and campaign structure that is very easy to use and identify what campaigns are doing what. You want to know exactly what everything's doing. So that way, when you do skim through and try and optimize, you're not trying to guess this campaign does this and this one does this. You've got all these identifiers that are very easy to use. So for example, EX for exact, PH for phrase, BR for broad. Very simple to do, and you get the campaign to look something like this. So glass mug, say defensive product display page, sponsored product PAT, or parents, paranason, auto catch all. There's other things such as this, steel mug, white steel mug, single keyword ad group EX, so exact, and then ASIN. You want to have the ASIN in there, you want to have the title of the product, and you want to have what the campaign's doing. Keeps it very simple, easy to read. You also want to be running frequent audits of your account. So something that looks like this, where it breaks apart your ad performance by ad group, ad type, and gives you a very easy to break down way of looking at your PPC campaigns. This gives us as an Amazon agency a lot of insights into how our clients are doing and gives us the ability to go in and look at what maybe we're missing, some of the things we can be trying, and maybe where the conversion rates are better. Because for example, exact here having a higher conversion rate, we want to be directing more of our spend into exact. These are things that we can see when we look at the overall, and you definitely want to be auditing your Amazon account at least once a month with a tool like this, and also kind of going into the actual impression share data, looking at where your market share is per keyword, how you're actually doing overall, something you don't want to be missing, something you want to be taking full advantage of. Next stage is looking at your top of search data and seeing are your placements and are your bids suited to be getting the best conversion rate that you can. We found over the years that getting top of search placements in most cases gets the best conversion rate and gets you the most profitable sale. In some circumstances, this isn't the case, but about 90% of times, this is what we found. So, looking at your placement data, you want to actually be going into campaigns, looking into the impression score side here. If you see that you're getting less than 5%, you want to check inside the campaign, check if potentially there's something wrong. So go inside the placements tab and look where you're spread in terms of that. So on this campaign, we can clearly see most sales are happening at top of search. Click-through rate is a lot better at top of search, and about 1,000 out of 1,300 is going to top of search. So in terms of this campaign, it's a pretty efficient campaign. If you find that you're targeting rest of search and product pages, your click-through rate looks like this, but then maybe you get a couple of sales at top of search with a higher click-through rate, that's where you want to be looking at the actual bid adjustments here and look at increasing that. Sometimes you got to go aggressive in terms of top of search just to make sure that you're actually getting those placements. There's nothing worse than having your product showing in the wrong places and losing out on sales. You'll find as well, having a lower placement in terms of product pages and rest of search, maybe not in terms of this product, but actual ACOS is a lot higher in most cases. You can see it with product pages. Rest of search isn't too bad, but sometimes I've seen it where this is about 20% and everything else is in the 40 to 50%. So it's a really big difference in most cases. So you want to be checking your actual placement data and making sure you're showing in the right place. And if you do find, for whatever reason, that the top of search placement for a particular bid would make the bids too high overall, then what you want to do is actually look at the keywords themselves, make sure that, say, you don't have something that's too expensive, like say this bid, maybe it's too high. You need to look at cutting that down. Certain bids at that 50% top of search rate will be a potential problem. So you want to lower bids on certain keywords as well as increase placements. So that way you're only getting that higher bid when it's actually benefiting you and getting you to top of search. Most importantly, I wouldn't underestimate how important negative keywords are, particularly when it comes to bringing down your TAC costs. Reason being, Amazon is constantly making changes to how broad and phrase actually work. Broad match got changed over a year ago to actually include substitutes, and phrase match recently got changed to sponsored brand campaigns to actually look at intent rather than just the phrase. So now keywords that you thought were rock solid, just the phrase or just the keyword itself, are now targeting different things. The only way to protect yourself against that is to utilize negatives. So you can either utilize negatives as an exact or as a phrase. It's based on what you think is right for your brand, but you want to add these to the campaigns. So like we've done here, add in negative keywords in your campaigns. It's probably the most important thing you can do for actually keeping your ACoS under control, particularly if you have broad phrase and auto campaigns. You can also utilize, if you want to save time, scale insights. On here, what you can do is actually put in the blacklist rule and blacklist certain keywords that are to do with that ASIN. So rather than you go into each ASIN and manually add them in, which, you're probably creating new campaigns all the time, you're doing different things, maybe archiving them, starting new ones, and this will allow you to keep the same negative keywords applied to every single campaign that you activate, so you don't have to keep worrying about that. You can also keep adding to this list, and that will just automatically apply. Saves a lot of time, particularly if you have a massive ASIN catalog. You just copy and paste all of your negative keywords into each one based on what the ASIN is. If you are interested in giving Scale Insights a proper test, we have a link below with a 30-day free trial and a 10% lifetime discount. You don't need a credit card to sign up, so it's definitely worth a test. It streamlines a lot of things, and this is what we use for our clients. One more important thing you want to be doing is actually checking the ACoS data on some of these campaigns and actually doing pause management. This is something that's very easy to do. If you find that a campaign is not performing, you're getting maybe a 70% ACoS, you're spending too much on it, maybe the click-through rates aren't that good, well, potentially you could be allocating that money to, say, a campaign doing 4% ACoS or maybe 20%. So looking at shifting budget from these campaigns, so budgetary management, as well as pause management could be an effective way to get your TAC costs down. Something that you shouldn't be overlooking when it comes to your actual optimization. We hope you found that useful, and hopefully it allows you to make more profit on your Amazon PPC campaigns. If you do want our naming structure, you can sign up with the QR code above, download our naming structure for free, and utilize that to make your campaigns more organized and more profitable. If you are struggling with your Amazon PPC, you can contact us below, KickstartPPC.com. We're here to do an audit for your account, as well as chat with you and see how we can help you out. I'm Brandon, KickstartPPC, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.